All righty. Welcome everyone to tonight's live session. My name is Chef JT. I'm here with Chef Brandon as well as Chef Scott. And tonight we're gonna cover and talk about the support teams, right? So without further ado, I wanna go ahead and get into tonight. And I'm gonna start by sharing my screen. All righty. Can everyone see that pretty well? Thumbs up.
Yes.
All righty. So tonight, we're going to cover a few different things, a few different topics. We're going to start off with our student spotlight features. And I know everyone's always excited about this portion of the live session because a lot of you worked hard on submitting your spotlight challenge and you want to know if it was selected or not. But even if it does not get featured, you still went out of the way to perfect something and go above and beyond. So hats off to everyone who participate in the spotlight challenge, right? So we have our support teams who will be on tonight, student services, financial aid, admissions, tech support, as well as someone from our tutoring team, the academic side of it. And we're going to cover the orientation activities as well as planning your week. So we want you all to get comfortable as we get ready to cover all of these topics tonight, okay? All righty, so a little bit about orientation. I know that when Chef Brandon and Chef Scott, as well as myself, when we came to Escoffier, we did not have orientation. We kind of just had a talk with admissions. They said, set up a practice folder inside of Google Drive, and then the next week I was starting my classes. So you all are in a unique spot, and it's a really great opportunity for you to learn everything that you need to learn prior to the start of your program. So it's really great to take advantage of what we have set up here in orientation. So we want to academically prepare you for the Escoffier program here in orientation, okay? So hats off to you all. Thank you for caring about your education and joining us tonight for the live session. We know that students who actually participate in orientation are considerably more successful with conditional enrollment. So thank you so much for that. All righty, so a little bit about our live events overview. We do have live events weekly, which you're at a live event right now, and we cover new topics weekly. We also invite guest speakers on, like we have 6 guest speakers tonight. And then we also answer frequently asked questions of being an Escoffier student. We also have workshops in which we host Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday every week. And we do cover the same topic, but we teach critical technology and academic skills. So if you can get to a workshop, I would highly recommend that you go to them. They're really helpful to gear you up for the program. And then also we have tutoring sessions. Some of you have probably already had a tutoring session with either 3 of us, right? And it's a free one-on-one session on your schedule. It's on your time. So you pick and choose the day and time that works best for you. And not only is it available in orientation, but it's available throughout the entire program. So it's a free resource for you to use. All right. So a little bit about our Zoom etiquette. We ask that you are in a learning environment tonight, which is a quiet place free of distractions. If you do have your camera on, we're asking that you are not eating, smoking, vaping, or consuming any alcoholic beverages. Now, with that being said, we know that a lot of you may have just gotten off work or you may be on lunch break at work, which is perfectly fine. You do not have to have your camera on if you're doing any of these things, but if your camera is on, please no eating, smoking, vaping, or any alcoholic beverages. Water, tea, coffee, things like that are perfectly fine. You may see us stop to take a sip of water or coffee or tea, so that's perfectly fine. We also ask that you stay muted for the duration of us presenting, because for those reasons that I just named, some of your classmates can't join tonight. So if they want to come on and watch the recording, we want it to be very clean for them where it's no distractions, right? So stay muted for the entire time. If you do have a question, please throw it in the chat. We have a ton of individuals on tonight who has a lot of knowledge about Escoffier, who can answer any question that you may have, right? And also, you can use that the chat, like I said, but also use the emoji reactions. If we say anything that you may like or agree with, like Chef Brandon, he's agreeing with me right now. He put a thumbs up. So you can absolutely use those emoji reactions. And last but not least, please take notes because you saw the 6 different teams that we're having on tonight, and they're going to cover some crucial and critical skills for the night, or knowledge for the night. So have a pen and paper ready to take notes. Okay. Last, congratulations to all of the students who have already completed all 3 orientation tasks. Thank you so much for that, for jumping ahead and being on top of that. Hats off to you and a big congratulations. So I won't continue right now with this because I want to get into something very exciting. Chef Brandon is going to start by presenting his first 3 or top 3 Spotlight Challenge winners. So I'll hand it over to you, Chef Brandon.
Thanks, Chef JT. All right, let me get my picks up. Okay, so breakfast was this past week's Spotlight Challenge theme. And oh my gosh, well, breakfast is my favorite. If you remember from last week, if you were here with us, absolutely love breakfast. So this is probably my favorite Spotlight Challenge week. We had some really great contenders. And here are just a few picks I have from this week. I have 3 of them tonight. First up, we have Kimberly serving us a beautiful chocolate brioche French toast. Oh my gosh. I mean, chocolate, French toast, 2 of things I hold really dear to myself. Beautiful mise en place, by the way. Look at the organization, everything in its separate containers. This is really good to get into the habit of doing. Your mise en place photo is worth 15 points on your assignments once you start your program. So it's a good habit to build now. Let me skip on over to the finished plated dish. And let's see if it loads. And just a really beautiful presentation, some fresh blueberries on top with that chocolate brioche French toast. Fresh fruit will complement the depth of French toast so well. We have, I love the festive poinsettia, placemat underneath too. Good lighting as well. Great use of natural light. So really good job on this French toast. I want to eat some right now. I know it's not breakfast time, but I'm still up for it. Next, from our plant-based or holistic programs, we have Angela. So let me pull up Angela's mise en place now. Angela says they focus breakfast on being 100% nutrition. That's what they focus on. And they actually made some what's called ABCD quinoa bowl. So this was really interesting. So she says packed with protein and healthy saturated fats. But the ABCD stands for almond butter, banana, coconut, and dates. They also put in here some a green smoothie. Let me pull this up as well, just to make sure you have good nutrition and you're energizing your body correctly. All right, so this was really good. And then last but certainly not least was another French toast submission, but this was like a duo breakfast combo. So Jennifer submitted some French toast, but it was both savory and sweet. So she made 2 different kinds of French toast here. And look at this mise en place, guys. This is stunning. It's so satisfying to see it like this, honestly. Jennifer is ready to make some French toast. Now look at what kind of French toast she made. So there's a salmon French toast with poached eggs. Just stunning, great poaching on the eggs. And look at this beautiful plate here, that white plate with that French toast and salmon draped over top with those poached eggs is breakfast of champions right there. Super cool plating. And the strawberry cream cheese stuffed French toast did not disappoint either. Watch this. Oh my goodness. I fell in love with this plate immediately. I mean, strawberry cream cheese stuffed French toast. Oh my gosh. The dusting of powdered sugar, the syrup drizzled on top, the fresh strawberries placed around. I mean, great job on both of your French toasts. I can't really decide which one I like more. I'll probably need a little bit of both. So those are my picks for the week. Great job, everyone. I'm going to pass it back on over to JT so he can go through his picks for the week. All right, JT, all yours.
Thanks so much, Chef. Wow. The last one looked amazing. It almost looked like a jelly sandwich. It was just oozing out. All righty. So let me go ahead and share my screen and the winners that I chose. So the very first winner is Autumn Ramirez, and she basically created a crepe medley. She has like crepes with blueberry syrup, strawberry syrup, lemon ricotta topping, as well as a cream cheese syrup. And I honestly never heard of a cream cheese syrup. So as I got into it, I looked at all of these. They look like they're homemade, and actually they are because she takes you through the process. But I couldn't even get to the process before I came across these. They look amazing. You see the blueberries on top as well as the blueberry syrup. And then she has a little bit of powdered sugar. And then she takes us through the process of the blueberry syrup. And this is a beautiful mise en place. Her blueberries are rinsed off. She has her sugar. She has her powdered sugar here. Everything, the lemon juice, everything is just well laid out. So really great job. And she really did a great job on her narrative. She filled it out completely. She did a great job with the flavor wheel. She uses so many different adjectives to really describe it. And this is exactly what your chef instructors are going to look for when it comes to your program. They want your narrative to be really filled out. So this is a really, really good narrative, Autumn. Here's her syrup in the process, as well as her strawberries going, and another mise en place for the cream cheese syrup, which I actually need to try. Her crepe mise en place and her lemon ricotta topping. And let's just go down and look at the crepes here. That's before any of the toppings or fillings went on them. And then here is the strawberry one. This is beautiful. I think Chef Brandon would appreciate this because he may not think of himself as one, but he's actually a food stylist. So he takes really good pictures and this looks amazing. So Autumn, you did a really great job with this. Our next winner is Ashley Scott. And I had to do a little bit of research on this. So she made an ackee and saltfish breakfast. So this is actually Jamaican. At first, I had no idea what it was, and I never heard of an ackee until today, which it actually is the Jamaican national fruit. And it looks like scrambled eggs. I thought this was eggs here, but it's actually a fruit, which it amazed me. But this is a beautiful and very colorful mise en place. I think this is absolutely amazing. She has her fish soaking, and then she kind of just takes us through the process of the fish boil. And she said she had to boil it a little bit because the fish was very, very salty, and that's the fish broken up. And then this is actually she has like a banana, um, almost like let's see, she called it a banana something. I'm sorry, guys. I read it, but it's like a banana boat in here that she made. And then she also added, it's actually right here. So it's banana dumplings. There we are. And the fried plantain bowl. And then here's the ackee and saltfish. It's kind of like a bowl. And then she put it all into the plantain with the banana. So this is amazing. Then she has her dumpling on the side. She put a little sprinkle of thyme. So this is a really, really great Jamaican breakfast, and I'm actually curious to know what it tastes like. I do know that the ackee is very fluffy, like egg-like texture. So curious to try that. So great job, Ashley. And then our last winner is Hayden Head. Now he made the Three Amigos, and it is essentially a breakfast burrito medley. So he made three different ones. He has a steak taco, a bacon taco, and then a savory sausage taco. And here's his mise en place uh, for it. Actually, I'm sorry. His mise en place is here for his tacos. And then he kind of just takes us through the process of building them all. And when it's all said and done, they look amazing. You have three different tacos in the morning for breakfast. So you can't go wrong with that, right? So congratulations, Hayden, and as well as Ashley and Autumn and those winners that Chef Brandon chose. But all of you did a phenomenal job. And thank you to everyone who did go above and beyond and submit your Spotlight Challenge. So be sure to tune in a little bit later for next week's Spotlight Challenge. We'll be announcing that shortly, okay? So without further ado, I do want to come back and introduce our support services for the night. So here we are. So our Escoffier support teams, they're like your Escoffier amenities, right? So when you come to school here, it's like an all-inclusive experience. So everything is included with your education. Not only are you learning about the culinary industry, you're also getting things from admissions, things from tech support, our tutors. You get everything included in your experience here at Escoffier. You paid for it, everything. You get the full package. No one is shortchanged here. As long as you're enrolled, you have access to all the amenities that we offer. So these amenities, they're in place to help you succeed. We're here to help, as everyone probably reiterated over and over again when you talk to admissions, that we are here to help guide you throughout the program. And it's important for you to get to know who they are. Even if you don't think you'll ever need them, you will need them at any given time throughout the program. So just know where they are and how to get in contact with them, because communication is key. So this is a great screenshot opportunity as they get ready to present and they're speaking. Be sure to have those notes handy, okay? All righty, so here are the 6 different teams that we'll be covering tonight. We do have orientation, as well as admissions, financial aid, tech support, student services, and our academic tutors. So these are everyone our teams that's going to present tonight, who's going to bring you information that that you'll possibly need or that you will need at some given point throughout the program. So without that, I'll give it over to Chef Brandon. He's going to introduce all of our speakers for the night, and I hope you all learned a lot from them.
Okay, so just talking about the first support team, we have tech support. Now they're not here with us tonight, but just some notes I wanted to pass on from the tech team. They are there for tech support, as of course, right? They're there to help with your tech issues. If you're having login troubles, something on the website isn't working, you can definitely reach out to them to help solve those tech issues. We definitely love tech support. We reach out to them too for our tech needs as well, so we can get those things fixed. They do have some tips that they wanted to pass on, though. They recommend, if you're using like a laptop or a computer, to get a mouse, right? It's fine if you have a trackpad, if that works for you, but any cheap $5, $10 mouse will work. It's a lot easier and will help you navigate the class pages and Google Drive much more easier. Now, they also recommend, if you're using a phone for now, try working on getting a computer of some kind. You can contact financial aid, which we'll talk about a little bit later, to get a Chromebook from the school and purchase one that way. You can also get a Chromebook or computer from anywhere they sell electronics. Also, when you're on your browser, Google Chrome is ideal for all your devices. So get it on your computer, use it on your phone. You can synchronize bookmarks, passwords, and it's very Google compatible, especially since you'll be using Google Drive every single week. Okay. Another tip I wanted to pass on would be to use single sign-on. Now, when you're logging into your dashboard, you might be putting in your password and username and it's not going through. You're wondering, like, why doesn't it let me log in? It let me log in on a different site. Well, if on that site that it's not letting you log into, make sure you scroll down just a little bit and there should be a black bar that says log in with single sign-on. So always remember to click the black bar first before entering your other credentials, and that will help you sign in much more easily. Now, if that still isn't working, you can contact tech support for help with that. And I believe in the chat, they put the tech support email and number in there. The tech support number is also located at the bottom of every single class page. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, it's on the lower banner. So there you go. Make sure to reach out for tech support for your tech needs. Now, if you're needing the basics of Google Drive and learning how to submit assignments, you can reach out to the tutoring team for that too and just get the basics. But beyond that, with specific tech issues, you can definitely utilize tech support as a resource. Now, they can't necessarily help you with your assignments or technique questions at all. Our computer guys are not going to give you the best advice on, making sure your hollandaise sauce doesn't break. So make sure to keep your chef instructors as your first point of contact for your assignment questions. All right, that's a little bit about tech support. They did put the number and email in the chat. So please write that down, utilize it, keep it in your phone, even if you never have to need it, as long as it's there, right? The next support team I'm going to introduce is admissions. All right, so we have Brian from admissions here to share about this fantastic support team as well. So I'm going to pass it on to you, Brian, and let you take over.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Hello and good evening to everybody. My name is Brian. I'm with the admissions department. I'm actually what they call a student manager, though. Now, we are the guys that generally are here to help in getting you through this entire process from the point that you actually finish with your original admissions advisor all the way through the conditional enrollment period. So you're going to hear a lot from us. In fact, many of you probably have seen either a text, an email, possibly a call, maybe multiples of all of these things. Reason why we are communicating with our students is because we're here to help you with your preparedness so that we can get you ready for class. Hi, Jonathan. As Jonathan well knows, I call him pretty often. Now, the idea is that we're kind of like the multi-tools for admission. So we're here to help you with all the different aspects. It might be that you weren't able to get in touch with financial aid, for example. Well, don't get frustrated, and please don't be out there without getting that attention. Call one of us. We're here to help and trying to get you there to the different places. It might be that you've been communicated about orientation. Yes, we are the guys that send you those irritating and sometimes a little bit too frequent emails. Only reason why is, as Chef Brandon has already explained, those that do finish orientation absolutely positively end up much more successful with the program. And since we're huge student advocates, you can imagine we want to see you successful. Now, a couple of things of note. You might notice that if we have gone ahead and reached out to you, sometimes we might send you a text that says you haven't done your financial aid. You might not have turned in your proof of graduation, diploma, or it could just be that we're asking you for a fee or something of that nature. Generally, if we have emailed or texted you, there is a reason for it. I know sometimes it could be a little bit annoying. Please reach back out to us because sometimes there are things that maybe you have turned in that got misplaced. We just want to make sure that we get everything done so that when it comes time for you to be in class, we want the last thing for you to worry about is having to chase after a diploma. We don't want you to have to worry about that. We want you to worry about getting in that first project because as we all know, you get those projects in early, you're going to do much better. Now, when it comes down to things like the application fees, we do have a little bit of time for that stuff. So if you do find that you're here on a waiver, you might notice that we've reached out to get some military information. We might have called out to ask you for a pay stub, or we might have called out just because you're an actual grad of ours and you're coming back to school. With any of that stuff, again, please reach right back out to us. Let us know what's going on. We're here to help. We're definitely not going to rule you out unless we absolutely positively have to. So please let us know. Same thing when it comes down to diplomas. We know that right now, it's a very tough time to get a hold of those high schools because many of them have probably already taken off for Christmas break. Well, we understand that. We do still have time. We do not want you to lose hope, get frustrated, or anything of that nature. Again, please reach out to your admissions advisor or one of us. Let us know how we can assist you. In any way, shape, or form, we do know that it is the student's responsibility to get it to us. But again, we do still have time. I will go ahead and I actually will put my information in the chat. I see a couple of you have reached out saying you've tried to get a hold of people. I do apologize if you haven't received one back. You can imagine with hundreds and hundreds of students, sometimes things do fall through the cracks. Again, big apologies on that. I will be putting my information in the chat. And if you want to reach out to me personally, happy to help out. But again, you will be hearing from us over the next couple of weeks. Like I said, if you have any needs for us, whether it be to get in touch with an orientation tutor to finish off that last practice assignment, which I know many of you probably still have left. Well, maybe not on this call, but in general, it might be still getting that diploma. And again, we still have time for that. So please don't get frustrated. Don't get upset. Don't get disappointed. Don't freak out. Nothing like that. We'll go ahead and we'll help you out with that. And then lastly, financial aid. If you haven't had a chance to get those FAFSA submitted, get those on in because again, with this time frame, it is a little bit strange when you see some of the offices will be closed down, not just us, but FAFSA as well. So, but again, my name is Brian Skur. I will put my information in the chat. And if there's anything that I can do to help out, please let me know. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Brian. Next up from Student Services, we have Deidre with us from Student Services and the Success Coaches. So I'm going to pass it on over to Deidre so she can share with us a little bit about Student Services. Thanks, Deidre, for coming and sharing with us tonight.
Sure thing. Sure thing. All right. I've got multiple screens here, so I need to do a little bit of changing. Okay. All right. So I am here to represent Student Services and happy to be here. We are the department that has student coaches, student services coordinators are the ones that answer the phones. The reentry specialists are the ones that initiated your return if you left and you are coming back. And then disability services. I'm actually the disability services coordinator. So we are essentially Escoffier's concierge service. If you're not sure who to ask, we can direct you. Wow Wednesdays come from us. So once you get back in the swing of things, you will get a publication that comes out every Wednesday, and we create them based on the questions that we get asked most often. So if people are calling in and asking the coordinators for the same information over and over again, it shows us that we need to communicate that to everybody. So that's how those Wow Wednesdays take shape. Admissions hands the students off to us after that 3-week conditional period. And then we stay with you all the way through to your externship. And that's when we hand you off to career services. So we are with you for the long haul. So if you look on the screen, you can see that there are a number of things that we can help you with in our department. You can feel free to call us for any of these reasons. Motivation and moral support is obviously something that we absolutely love to provide for you. But we are also going to call you for attendance, grades, leave of absence, returning from a leave of absence, something like that. We also do initiate outreach from other departments or to other departments on your behalf. And communications with us are shared with other departments. So essentially, we're looking out for you, and we can be your point of contact after you get through your conditional period. You can certainly reach out to student services before you're through your conditional period, but you won't be assigned a coach until after the conditional period is over. Now, another thing that is through student services is the student resource program. This is one of your amenities here at Escoffier, and the student resource program through Health Advocate is free and it is confidential. So we recognize that you cannot be your best student if you're experiencing any sort of major life hardship. So you can reach out to student services. You can also find this information on the portal. They can be reached 24/7, 365. You can reach them on the URL, through the email, or through a phone call. They do have all of these crisis response things that you can see on the screen right now, but they also have helpful links for somebody who might be moving across country or experiencing some, temporary setbacks and needing to look into something to help with food security, something like that. So there are all sorts of resources there. It is free. It's free. It's confidential. So I really want to encourage everybody to make use of it if you need it. If you are a student who encounters any sort of academic barriers or other barriers to our programs due to a disability, reach out to your coach. Your coach is then going to reach out to me. I'm the disability services coordinator. And if anybody has had an IEP or a 504 plan when they were in high school or younger, then you may know that those plans do not transfer to post-secondary education. However, we are still bound by the Americans with Disabilities Act to support somebody with disabilities. So what happens in place of an IEP or a 504 plan would be called accommodations. So it all starts with a contact. At this point, you can feel free to contact through your admissions advisor or you can call student services. Now, I will tell you that I actually am going to be off for the next week. I won't be back until January 2nd. So if you do call in the next week, normally I would be calling you back within 24 hours, but obviously that's not going to happen this week. So this is for somebody with documented disabilities. You would be required to show documentation that a disability exists in order to apply for accommodations. Okay. I just want to show you where you can find information about us on your portal. If you take a look down here, again, I'm on two screens here. So the Coach's Corner can be found in the Student Services section. Okay. When you click on Coach's Corner, once you're assigned a coach, your coach's name is actually going to appear in this area here. And this is where you can get the information about the Student Resource Program as well. And this is our Student Services team. You can see we are a fairly large team, and we're happy to take your calls, happy to communicate via text, email, or phone, whatever works best for you. And that's all I've got.
Okay, thank you so much, Deidre.
You're
All
welcome.
right, everyone. So you know where to find their info. Our next support team is kind of near and dear to our hearts. It's the academic tutoring team. So we have Laura from academic tutoring to share about the tutoring services you can have access to throughout your whole program. So I'm going to pass on over to Chef Laura for some info. All right, Chef Laura, all yours.
Hi, everybody. I am Chef Laura. I am one of your academic tutors, as Chef Brandon said. So when you're finished with orientation and you need some extra help in math or technology, submitting your assignments or writing, anything like that, this is where you'll come over to our side. And we are so happy to help you. I'm just going to share my screen and share a little bit about who we are and what we do. All right. So this is a free resource to you. It's included in all that you're doing here at Escoffier. So anytime you need tutoring help, please don't hesitate to go in there and make that appointment and get some tutoring help. All right. We are Escoffier alumni. I think most of the orientation team graduated from Escoffier. If not all, I don't remember exactly now. But yeah, they're awesome. We are industry professionals and academic professionals. I did not graduate from Escoffier, but Escoffier has always been one of my most favorite chef in history. I absolutely love everything about this program. I did teach culinary arts at a high school for 13 years and absolutely loved it. And then I switched and came over here and doing what I do. And I absolutely love what I do. That's who we are. How you can find us. On your course page, look online, Tutoring Center, in the Start Here section of your course page. All right, once you hit that, it's going to automatically go into your dashboard. All right, so it's going to be in the course overview section of your dashboard. It's also going to be on your student portal. So look for tutoring under the student services section in the portal. And if you still can't find us, you can absolutely ask your chef instructor. They will be more than happy to point you our way. All right, so to schedule a session with the tutor, some of you have already done this. I've seen a few of you in this session right here that I've worked with just recently, and I absolutely love that. So I look forward to working with you more if you need it. And this is how you're going to find us. All right, to schedule an appointment, you're going to click the blue button on the tutors page to pick the day and time of your tutoring session. I did see somebody put in the chat that they are having trouble with the time zone math. In this area is the only place you don't have to do time zone math. All right, so you click on that and it's going to take you to schedule that appointment. It's going to be in your time zone. Again, that's the only area here that's going to be in your time zone, but at least you get that break. Okay, so you are going to read and agree to all of our policies for the Zoom appointment. Communicate with us if you cannot keep your appointment. We understand life happens, it's okay, but please make sure you are communicating with us. Make sure if you can't make it, you cancel that appointment or you reschedule it, or for whatever reason, just please communicate. We just ask, that's all we ask of you, to communicate and let us know what's going on, okay? This is what we cannot help you with. We cannot help you with your actual culinary or pastry assignments, all right? That is strictly up for your chef instructors. We can't do that, because if we told you something and you went to your chef instructor, no, we're not going to do that. We want you to make sure you're getting all the information you need from your chef instructor. So please, if it has to do with your assignment, go to your instructor. We can help you with technology, things like assignment submission, dashboard navigation, Google Drive organization, online learning basics. We can help you in math. I am one of the main math tutors here, so kitchen conversions, costing formulas, baker's math, nutrition, and writing. We can help you with your discussion forums, with your culinary writing basics, with your narrative and your production sheets, and your weekly assignments. There are great benefits to working with the tutor. All right, we help raise your grades. The data shows that working with us one-on-one can improve your academic outcomes. Please, if you're struggling with anything, don't hesitate to make that appointment. Don't wait till the last minute. We are here to help you. We love what we do. All right, we want to help you. We want to help you be successful. So please make that appointment and come on and get some help. All right, I want to say there's no shame in it, because there's absolutely no shame in it. All right. People need extra help with things. So don't hesitate to make that appointment. All right. We offer weekly workshops. We do assignment submission workshops, new student success workshops, baker's math, costing, study smarter, math foundations, and more. You can find the workshop details on the tutors page. And the archives are going to be there as well. All of the recordings are there. Your weekly newsletter by email, the portal calendar under workshops and events. And some classes actually get invites to the workshops, but if you don't get an invitation, please don't hesitate to join if you think it's going to be helpful for you. All right. We can't wait to work with you. We love what we do. It's great. We have a good time. So don't hesitate to make that appointment and come and see us.
All right. Thanks so much, Chef Laura. You got some fans in the audience tonight. They're putting emojis and cheering for you. So Chef Laura is awesome. We love her here. Now, I want everyone to give a big thank you to all of our support teams who came and let you know about the resources and amenities you have here throughout your program at Escoffier. So thank you, everyone, for sharing with the students all the information you have. Before we move on to discussion topic, though, I do want to throw financial aids info in the chat, because they are another support team here to help you set up a plan for, or set up a financial plan for school, right? The money. So let me throw financial aid in the chat so you can contact them if you need to still work with them. You can also reach out to financial aid. You can send them an email or call them to order a Chromebook from the school, or to finance a Chromebook through the school as well. Just know it is a $25 deposit to order that Chromebook. All right. Okay, so let's move on to our next event for the night. We have our discussion topics. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and take us to the class page. All right. So this is a culinary student class page, or culinary student orientation, but don't worry, this is identical to the layouts of all of the other class pages as well. So if you go to the same spots I'm showing you tonight on your class page, you'll find the same info. All right, so you're going to go to your class page here, and after live session, we've already posted in there. Chef Scott posted in the instructor announcements and Q&A forum. So you're going to click in there, and we'll see what discussion topic we have. So your discussion topic for tonight is tell us about your favorite dessert, and that ties into what we're going to announce in a few minutes too. So you're going to click on this discussion topic, reply to the initial question, chat with some classmates about your favorite desserts, or maybe you don't have much of a sweet tooth. Let us know that as well. Now, getting into the habit of posting in these discussion forums or these discussion topics helps better prepare you for the discussion forums you'll have in your program, which when in your program, they are graded activities and count towards your actual grade. Here in orientation, you have the opportunity to build that habit now and get familiar with how to post in discussion topics and replying to classmates. So get in there. We'll be in there after live session chatting with everyone as well. So we can't wait to hear what your favorite dessert is. In here, we also post about the Spotlight Challenge theme. This is last week's. We'll update this every single Friday. And we have a congratulations posts for all of our orientation complete students. All students who've completed all 3 tasks on their class page will be posted in this forum here too. So just check this weekly to make sure you're not missing any cool announcements from the orientation team. A similar forum, which will help you network and start getting to know your classmates and finding your battle buddies or study buddies, is the introductions forum directly underneath that instructor announcements forum. So once in here, introduce yourself. We have, our culinary team there introducing themselves, and I see a lot of us are already in there introducing. So get to know one another in there. The cool thing about a virtual online program is that you can meet classmates from all over the country, and it's super fun to find people with similar experiences or not so similar experiences, and you get to learn a little bit about someone else, and you can start to make those friends on this awesome online program. So make sure to post in there too if you haven't yet, or check it in and reply to a few people in there as well for your introductions. Let us know why you're here and what your goals are. Okay, since I'm here, I do want to point out where to find the live session recordings. Not everyone can make it on Wednesdays. Some of us are working, some of us are busy. We might be here one day and not the next week. So click on live sessions and recordings. It's this tile right here, the second one in this list. Once that tile opens, you can scroll down to the very last link in this list. It says live session and workshop recordings. This will have the spreadsheet that has all the links for our previous live sessions, just in case you're new, you wanted to catch up on other ones, or if you wanted to rewatch a session, or like I said, if you missed a session too. You have the YouTube links right here that you can watch. If you wanted to check out our chef demonstration and get the recipe, that's also linked here as well. Just check this column over on the right for the links to watch and the recipes as well. So that's where to find it. A little bit lower too, we have our workshop recordings as well. We have workshops every single week here at Escoffier, so you can always catch up on those as well. It'll be similar in your programs. Remember, all live events are recorded. So in your program, if you miss a live session, you can watch the recording of the live session. The online program is super flexible, so you're going to fit school into where it makes sense for your schedule. Okay. This completion progress bar shows you if your orientation complete or not. So if these bars are all green, you are orientation complete. So good job. If you still have some of this weird yellowish color, I don't really know what to call it, that means you haven't done it yet. So make sure to track your completion progress with these 3 little bars. If you're wondering if your orientation complete or not. All right, that's enough of the class page. I'm going to bring up the presentation because it's my favorite part of the night. I'm going to announce this week's Student Spotlight Challenge theme. Now, this is going to be really fun, folks, especially for some of us, maybe more of us than others, but we will get onto our Spotlight Challenge theme. So drum roll, please. I think I have drums here. Yes, I do. Drum roll. Desserts. So this week's Student Spotlight Challenge theme is desserts. So we're calling all you with sweet tooths, and 'tis the season to make those cookies, right? So if you have some cookies you're making, if you're already making desserts or around desserts at all, please take some photos of them and submit them for your Spotlight Challenge. So you're going to create a folder for that Spotlight Challenge, put 2 photos along with your narrative inside that folder, and submit that link. Okay, now these Spotlight Challenges are not mandatory, they're optional, but you want to be submitting them for Google Drive practice and honing those technological skills. Now, if you haven't submitted your practice assignment yet, you can submit the Spotlight Challenge in place of the practice assignment. So you can not only compete and engage in some friendly competition, but you can also get your orientation task done at the same time. So it's a 2-for-1 special right there. All right, desserts can include anything sweet, any kind of sweet treat you want. Now, I have the biggest sweet tooth. That's why I went to Escoffier to study baking and pastry arts. So I'm super excited about this one. Show us what you got for desserts. Now, I'm going to go back to the class page for a minute and show you where to find that Spotlight Challenge information and where to find any additional information you may need and how to submit those Spotlight Challenges. We get questions about how do I submit the Spotlight Challenge? I don't really know. You're going to submit it in the same spot you submit your practice assignment. All right, so back on the class page, click on task 3, submit an assignment, and then click on the link that says Student Spotlight Challenge, Themes and Examples. This will open up a graphic showing you exactly what this week's theme is. Now, this week's theme will be from the 21st, so today. Next Wednesday, we will not have a live session. We will resume our live sessions on January 4th. Okay, so this Spotlight theme will be for 2 weeks. We're going to run it for 2 weeks over winter break. So this will be desserts. Check out our example folders. You can click this blue button here. It'll take you to our orientation team drive, and the chefs here have put together some examples to give you some inspiration, and it models what your Google Drive should look like, right? So here we have the Spotlight Challenge folder called desserts. You want to make another folder for that Spotlight Challenge. If I click it twice, it opens right up and I can see some photos. I made some creme brulee for you guys. It's baked custard, and custard in general is just so good. So a really good dessert I love to make. So include your mise en place, which is just a picture of your ingredients measured, ready to go. Remember, these types of pictures are worth 15 points in your program. So build that habit now. You're just going to be successful later on. And then show us a finished product. Optional, but also a good habit to build is your self-ID photo, just a picture of you with a piece of paper that says Spotlight Challenge Desserts with the date. You know, completely optional, but we do recommend it. You can also read our narratives that we've written in here as well. So you can get inspiration and see how they're supposed to be filled out. All right. Now, once you have all these things in your folder, you're going to want to submit them. So what I'm going to do is take a step back into the orientation folder. And I'm going to copy a link for the Spotlight Challenge folder and turn it in on the class page. So to do that, you're going to click the folder you want to turn in. So let's click the desserts folder one time. Then we're going to click the Get Link button. This guy over here that looks like a paperclip or a chain link icon is your Get Link button. We're going to click it. Then click Copy Link and click Done. Now, this is not an extensive tutorial on how to build folders or how to upload photos or how to make a copy of your narrative. We have an assignment submission workshop on Sundays at 7 p.m. Central. Recordings also available on the archives. You can also book a one-on-one session with one of us tutors to get help with this, okay? So once you copy your link, I'm going to flip back over to the class page. I'm going to go to task number 3 and click on Submit Your Practice Assignment. So same way we submit the practice assignment, we're going to scroll down and then click Add Submission. Okay, it reloads the page. We're going to scroll back down and then there's a box in its place. There's a text box here. It's light gray. I'm going to click inside this box and paste the link I copied in Google Drive. To paste, if you have a mouse, you can right click and click paste, or you can use a keyboard shortcut and get fancy and hold down the control key on your keyboard and tap the letter V as in Victor. Okay, so control, tap the letter V, and the link appears like magic, but it's actually just tech. All right, you want to read your link too. I call this getting techie. You're going to make sure your link says folders inside and it says drive.google.com. You want to send us a folder link, okay? The reason for that is it just streamlines the process, right? We want you to put everything in a folder and send us one link to a folder. Imagine having to send separate links for each photo. And in your program, when you have 20 plus photos, that would take forever. Instead, we're just like, put it all in a folder, send us one folder, we're good to go. Everything's in that folder. If it says anything other than folders, like documents, files, plugins, retrace your steps. You want to be sending us a folder link. All right, once that's there, you can click submit. Now, something interesting happens if you've already submitted, right? Let's say you already did your practice assignment and you want to come back and submit another Spotlight challenge. You won't see add submission on your class page. You'll see a button called edit submission. So instead, you'll click edit submission. It'll open up the box and you'll see your previous links pasted inside. What you want to do is click at the end of the old link and then hit enter or return on your keyboard a couple of times. And you can now paste the new link underneath the old one. You could even label them if you'd like. You can do desserts, challenge. Not necessary, but it helps things stay organized. We can tell by your narratives and by the name of your folder that it's your desserts folder, but this is just an optional step. And just click submit and that will send in your Spotlight challenge. Remember to get these in before Tuesday, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, again, this one's 2 weeks, so get them in January 3rd of next year, okay? That'll be the cutoff for the desserts challenge. All right, now, I just gave you a ton of information. So please, if you need help, click this black bar right here and schedule a tutoring session. We want to help you out. We're here to support you through this. So, come to us with your Google Drive woes, please. We struggle with you with Google Drive some days. All right. Cool.
Thank you so much, Chef Brandon. I hope you all were taking notes because he covered a lot as well as all of our speakers. So we're getting ready to wrap up here in just a moment, but I do have a little bit more information to share with you all. So let me go ahead and get into it. Well, there we go. So orientation countdown. So you all have 6 days, which is this upcoming Tuesday on the 21st from now to submit your orientation task. That's task 1, which is an Escoffier quiz. Task 2, which is probably the easiest and the quickest thing to do, which is submitting your order form for your chef coat. Be sure to measure yourself before you do it, as well as task 3, which Chef Brandon just showed you a little bit of how to submit it and how to turn it in. And again, you can use the Spotlight challenge to submit it in place of your practice assignment if you have not done it just yet. In just 19 days. Wow. I remember when this was like 54 days, 60 days away. You have 19 more days until you have access to your first class, which is January 9th of 2023. And then just 2 days after that, you'll have 21 days until your first live session. So things are moving pretty fast. So in just 6 days, this number will be down to 17 days. So you guys really want to ramp up those orientation tasks if you haven't had the opportunity to do so just yet. That being said, we want you to properly plan your week. So within this upcoming week, we ask, or you should be completing all of your orientation tasks. We also want you to connect with admissions and financial aid. Now, they were on here tonight. So if you did not know how to get in contact with them before, or you were just a little bit uneasy because you couldn't put a face with who you were talking to, well, you got a chance to see them and get some information from them tonight. So please connect with admissions and financial aid because you don't want to have to deal with those things when classes start, right? You want to be able to get in, learn, and focus on your schoolwork and not have to deal with admissions or financial aid along the way. We also ask that you are completing or participating in the weekly activities, which is the discussion forums, the workshops, as well as the live events, everything that's going on in the Escoffier land. And Chef Brandon, I believe he did show you how to turn on your notifications from the class page. You click on that bell icon, that way you don't miss a beat. And you can attend this week's workshop. So tomorrow we have our culinary writing workshop with Chef Michelle. She's going to be hosting that. So it's really good if you get there and learn a little bit of how to fill out the culinary narrative. And if you need anything, as Chef Brandon said, please book a tutoring session with us. We're here to help you. You don't have to feel alone. You don't have to feel like you don't know what to do because we are here to help you. And just keep in mind that we are not here next week. So our next live session will be January 4th. So you do have 2 weeks to complete your Spotlight challenge. And that on that week, we will be covering our Escoffier alumni feature. So you'll hear from some guests who actually was in the program, who did it, and are in your shoes right now. So it'll be great tips coming from them. So be sure to tune in then, okay? And here's a little bit of great screenshot opportunity, by the way, a little bit of information of our Escoffier support services. So everyone that was on here tonight, here's their information. I know some of you weren't able to get it when they were speaking. You might have missed it in the chat with everything that was going on, but here's the information should you need to get in contact with them, all right? I'll leave that up just for a second before I change. All righty. And last but not least, we'll open up the floor for any questions that you may have. We ask that if you do have a question that you use that emoji reactions button and that raise hand function like I did here in my upper left-hand corner for you all. So any questions that you all have, we'll take a few before we leave for the night. All righty, well, oh, there we go. Hi, Shelby.
Hi, so do we need to sign up for classes or are they signed up for us?
They are assigned to you, so you don't have to
Okay.
worry about that. Yep, you'll see it
Okay.
as you click on your class or go to click on your orientation class page, you'll see a new class that'll appear
Okay.
in that same section.
That sounds good.
All righty. Hello, Eleanor.
Hi, how are you, Chef?
I'm doing pretty well. What about you?
I'm okay, just a little busy, but getting everything together.
Okay.
I just had a question on the spotlight
Okay.
challenge. It's either or. Do you want to do the dessert or the gingerbread house thing?
So it can be any dessert, and it's any dessert of your choice. So there's no restrictions as long as it's a dessert.
Oh, okay.
All
All
right.
right. That was it. Thank you. Have a nice holiday.
You too.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Maria.
Hey, Vicky.
Hello.
Actually, I go by Renee. I
Okay.
need to reschedule with you. I'm
Okay.
from Georgia, just beginning the class in the pastry.
Okay.
Just real quick. So I'm Eastern time. So Tuesdays, I need to have my submission in by 11 my time, since I'm an hour ahead of you.
Nope. So it'll still be 11:59 p.m., which is Central Standard Time. So that means that it is 12:59 your time.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
That's perfect. That's it.
All
And now,
righty.
see you soon.
Okay. See you
Thanks.
soon. You're
Okay.
welcome. All righty. If we don't have any more questions, I'll give you all a little bit of time back for the night to maybe do one of your orientation tasks that you didn't get a chance to do as of yet. We can't wait to see you all in 2 weeks. We hope that you enjoy the holidays. We hope that you enjoy that time with family, friends, and loved ones. Enjoy the time off. We will see you all on January 4th, okay? Enjoy your night, everybody.